I have made myself some work shirts to wear while I'm making these videos. These shirts aren't for sale. If you would like to get some shirts, I do need a designer or someone on board. These are just some cheap quality shirts. They're not shirts that I'll wear out, just so I can wear while I'm making videos. If you do want to get on board and get some merchandise, I will need a designer. So if you are a designer, hit me up and we can get some merchandise going. It is currently long weekend that's just passed here in Adelaide that we had. I have just done the Mental Garage launch on YouTube, so I have been getting a lot of good response. I have been getting a lot of private messages. I have had a few people already reach out to me with what they go through, and you have a bit of a chat, which is good. This is what we're all about, just get that awareness out there for people that struggle with mental health, and try and get people to open up and be comfortable with what they go through, and let people know that they aren't alone in this. So that's the whole reason behind this channel. On the video side of things and the editing and all that sort of stuff, I am still learning. I am still trying to get my experience up so I can make some really good quality videos for you guys, but just be patient. It is something new that I'm doing. It is something that I am still learning, so just be patient on that aspect, and I will try and get my videos and all that up to a high standard where it can reach out to a lot of people and get people that are struggling with mental health on board, and really get that awareness out there for people that are struggling with mental health. Today we're going to get back onto the Silver Mazda 3. This is a car that we've done the guard repair on and the quarter repair. I've also been repairing the other side of this car which had damage. So what I've got to do is I've got the sill panel all painted and the door all painted. What I like to do, I don't like having the doors or panels that usually are hanging. So panels that are hanging, I don't like to have them laying on trestles flat, because obviously when you're painting, the finish of the paint's obviously going to be different to when it's actually standing on the car like that. So I like to get a consistent finish when I'm painting cars. So if a door's meant to be on the car hanging, that's how I paint the door. The guard, say for instance, this guard, I see a lot of people, laying them flat on trestles like that to paint them. I don't like doing that, so I can get the same finish as the rest of the car. I like to have the guard, even if it's on a trestle, I have it the way that it's meant to be hanging on the car. So that's just what I tend to do. So yeah, I will get the rear door back on, the front door on. I'll set the guard up on a trestle, but I'll have it, so it's vertical, the way that it should be sitting on a car. So that's the way that I like to paint my panels. So yeah, we'll get this one together so we can start masking up and painting. That's going to be today's job. You've probably already seen that the front windscreens are being replaced on this car. I've actually detailed all the interior up. I've gotten all the glass out. So I've got to get the bonnet, that bonnet there all prepped up to get that painted. And this one here, we all know this car, the car that causes me hassles. It has finally passed inspections. So we can go and take this through to roadworthy now. And once it passes roadworthy, we can get it registered. And the beast, the bloody God's gift engine right here, took it out for a Mexico send on Friday night with a couple of the boys, and we had some fun. So if there is anyone in Adelaide that does go out for sends, inbox me and let me know where you go, because there's been nothing going on in Adelaide recently and we should get it going again. All right, so let's get the camera set up and let's get to work. So if you guys have seen in my other video how I do a soft edge, you would have already seen this, but I'll just show you guys again quickly for whoever's new and hasn't seen this video before. What I do is I just get the tape and I fold a little section here over. So I've just folded an edge over, as you can see. And then what I do is I just grab this end with the tape on a little bit of an angle so we get that twist. And what I do is I just go and pull that tape across, get a nice even edge. Tape broke. Just get a nice even edge. As long as you need it. I need it for the bonnet here. Pull that off. And just twist it down onto our edge here on the bonnet. It's a bit too short. And then I'll get some 36mm tape, whatever it is, and just lay that over it, just to get that thickness where it's easier to cut the plastic out and tape it down. Alright, I'll run you guys quickly over the car and show you how I've masked this up. Alright, so starting at the bonnet, like I said, I've checked this colour. I know the colour's good. If it was a colour that you didn't have colour matched that well and you wanted to make it blend in a lot nicer, blow out the whole bonnet and clear coat it. What I've done is I've just done a soft edge on this bonnet, so that's a soft edge through there. Obviously when I take the tape off after, I can just give that a quick wet sand and polish it, and you won't be able to see that it's been blended through there. So I've got a soft edge across there. I've got it hard masked on the inside of this pillar all the way along till we get to the boot here. What I've done is I've stuck the tape on the inside of the quarter panel, and I've left it hanging out straight, and then I've closed the boot and just folded it down onto the boot and stuck it down. All the way across there, I've just got it masked on the inside of this headlight, the tail light, sorry. Got it masked all the way along. I've got it back masked along the back bumper there so I can do my blow-in. Masked all the way at the bottom. I've done the same as what I did on the pillar on the doors. Just got the tape sticking out so that way that's the sticky side on my finger. That way when I put plastic or paper on that, I can stick that down nicely and it's going to get a nice seal. I've got it taped onto the sill panel here. Make sure it's not overlapping. That way when you go to peel the tape off, you peel clear off or anything like that. So make sure it's nice and tucked in underneath the sill panel. And then I've got it back masked along the bottom or the inside of the door here. Same on the sill panel. And then back masked on the inside of the guard, sticky side out, facing towards me. That way when I put plastic or tape on it, I can stick it down nicely and it's not going to lift out. And just hard masked across there and back masked across the bonnet through there where the headlight goes. So that's how this job's masked up, and just hard masked on the inside of the belt mold here, and then back masked all along these edges. And then obviously tape down. So yeah, put the tape on the inside of the pillar sticking out, close the door, fold the tape down and stick it down. So now that I've got all my plastic laid down, obviously where we've got the sticky side facing up, I've just gone along and pressed that all down nicely so it's easy to cut down. Make sure it's not going to be like overlapping onto your panel, so just pull those edges down a little bit. Run your hand along, make sure that obviously where we've back masked across here as well and the sticky side's facing up, go along, just press that all down nicely, make sure it's all nicely laid down, it's not overlapping your panel. Same across there, that's back masked. And same across down here on the wheel arch. Make sure that's all nicely pressed down and you're not overlapping anywhere. And we can go around now and start cutting out all the plastic and running tape back over where we've cut out. Alright, so that's it. We're all taped up and masked down. Obviously I've run across with my razor blade, gone along, cut out all the edges along the tape where it needs to be cut out, obviously, so we can spray the car, and mask down where we don't want overspray to get into it and underneath. I see a lot of people that don't mask up wheel arches. Please mask up wheel arches. It looks like shit when you get overspray inside your guard liners and all inside your tyres and whatever. So this isn't the only way you can do masking up. There's a lot of different ways. These videos that I'm showing you isn't the only way that you can do these jobs. There are a lot of different techniques which you can do, a lot of different ways you can do things. These are the ways that I do it. If you have your own way of doing it, that's your preference. I've got my own preference. This is how I do it. I'm just showing you what I do. There are other ways, like I said, and if you are in the industry and you do stuff your own way, that's completely up to you, but this is how I do it. I've obviously, inside the fuel cap here, I've backmasked in there, that way overspray or dirt doesn't come out. Same inside all my edges, inside of all my door edges, they're all taped up and masked up, so I don't get any overspray in there. So yeah, that's pretty much ready for some wax and grease remover and start spraying. And also along the bottom of the doors, I actually put some paper. I find the paper sits a lot nicer when you're spraying. It doesn't flap around like the plastic does, obviously, because it is a lot heavier. So at the bottom of the doors there, I have to cut the plastic off and lay paper down. That way it doesn't blow up onto my panel when I am spraying, and same as the bottom of the bumper bar there. I'm going to end this video here. The next video will be spray painting. I'm not sure how long this video will really go for until I start editing it, so I think it'll go for a little bit. Don't want to bore you guys just with one very long video. So that's the masking process of masking up a car ready to paint. The next episode will be obviously wax and greasing and then actually spraying some colour down. So hope you guys have enjoyed, and follow along if you would like to subscribe and put that little bell on, like the post, whatever. It does help the channel, it does get that awareness out for people that do struggle with mental health. So please follow along. Hope you have all been well, and we'll see you on the next one.